Hi. So, I want to talk about the seeds I bought for my first year as like an official garden person. Anyway, so I gardened a few times throughout my life where I try to look a tomato, a little pepper, a little something, just a little razzle dazzle. I got like one massive harvest because you plant two plants and then you plant them at the exact same time and they all come to fruition, and that was the wrap. All right. This year I said, listen, we're gonna do what we gotta do. So I would say it's quite official. I mean, down to I built like a mini polytunnel. I haven't put the green thing on it, the greenhouse plastic on it yet and stuff. But I have a bunch of plants inside, guys. I'm vertical gardening a little bit, guys. It's really official over here. Not really, but you know what I mean. And I just want to talk about the seeds I got. I got them from a few different places, some online, some in store, and the varying brands. I was gonna wait for a year, like at least one full growing year, meaning, the spring, the summer, and the fall to go by before I came and talked, but let's struggle together. Anyway, let's skip and jump right into it. I have, I think, 42 packets of seeds currently. Yeah. And they are from, oh gosh, I got some from M.I. Gardner. What is this from? True Leaf Market. Some of the in-store ones were the Burpees. What is this? Renee's Garden. I feel like I'm missing something. Pennings, I think, as well. Yeah, Pennington. Fairy Morse. Oh, that's another Burpee. That's, I think, another Renee's Garden. Yeah, I think those are the brands that I've so far have purchased seeds from. Oh, and Survival Garden Seeds, excuse me. Yeah, so those are the brands so far that I've purchased my seeds from. And so there wasn't really a major thought process on exactly where I need to get my seeds from. My first set of seeds came from my local stores, okay? Meaning I went into a store near me and I purchased them. That's where I got a bunch of my Burpee seeds from, my Pennington seeds, those are the seeds I got from there. And my thing about stuff like that is, what is this? Oh wait, is this another brand? Oh, the Sustainable Seed Company. So there's a few brands here, and we're going to go through all of them. So grab a drink, grab a snack. We're just going to chill together for a little bit. My goal, after what happened in 2020, I could have. I chose not to immediately hop on the gardening thing. I was pregnant in 2020, and then I got pregnant again in 2021 purposefully. So now I'm done with my children, having my kids, you know what I mean? And now I'm really I don't ever want to be in the situation where I was not prepared to do what I need to be done for my family. And so sustainability and planet health have become really important to me in the last few years. Listen, your girl's getting older and now she's got children, so we got to do a ting. And so I do understand supporting small businesses, which is why I have some seeds from some small businesses. I also, just as a very, very new gardener, get seeds where you can get seeds. I feel like in any area, in any community, there's going to be people who are going to tell you, you know, you have to, or you should only buy, or you should only do X, Y, Q, Z. And the truth of the matter is, do whatever's gonna make it so that you can do it. You know what I mean? I've been enjoying gardening. I've had some successes. I've had some fails. This is a very new channel. Okay, this is my first video on this channel, and I was gonna go through a lot of my fails by myself for the first year and my successes in the first year by myself, but I just feel like it is very important to show, like, some of us has very small pieces of land. Okay, I've seen some people garden on their decks and their balconies, and I started out on my deck, and I make it work between taking care of my kids and being out there. Anyway, Lord, we're 6 minutes in. Let's hop into the seeds. So this is not going to be my everlasting one thing for my seeds, because some of the seeds, as you can see, this isn't closed because some of the seeds are huge. I had it in a box, a little tiny box that I think had one of the grow lights in, and it just got too many seeds. So the first set, let's just start from page 1. I have the M.A. Gardener's heirloom seeds, the purple sprouting broccoli. Am I going to take all these out for you guys? Probably not, but I want to show you this. I'm super excited. Guys, I just planted this out. Like, just planted this out. And I'm not going to go too in depth for each seed, but I'm super excited about this. Guys, I tried to plant cauliflower, and I'm going to do a recording. I'll show you what's going on in that polytunnel. I've had quite some successes, and I've had quite some failures. The first set of, what is this, brassicas, right? Is that what it's called? Y'all, I'm about to butcher a bunch of names. I don't know what not that I don't know at all, but I only know a little ting. You know, a little ting. So some of the things I'm going to say is wrong, but I believe this is a part of the brassica family, which is what cauliflower is also part of. Anyway, I said all that to say, my cauliflower has not headed at a thing. It was growing very well, and it still looks green, but bugs them put holes in it, and then I've never gotten ahead, and it's been months. I feel like it was one of the first things I planted, and it's now July, and I think I planted in April or May. So if a head was gonna pop up, it would have done its thing. So I planted this. This is to see what's going on, because it does say supposedly I could plant this early spring or midsummer. It's midsummer. So yeah. And I'm gonna plant more of these because I have some plants that slowly, you know, finished up their initial harvest, like their, you know, my first couple rounds of harvests. Like, one thing I can say with certainty is the beans have been just eating it up in terms of success. They've been succeeding. A+ with some extra credit. So for me, grow yourself some beans if you want to act like you know what you're doing, because I don't know if you can actually botch that. The next one in here is Renee's Garden, the round baby carrots, the Romeo. Petite rounded French carrots with delicate sweet flavors, smooth skins, don't need peeling. One came up. It was good, but only one came up. And it was like it's like a little ball, guys. It's super cute. Now, here's my beef with carrots. They take a long time to grow. At least I feel like they do. Now, from what I've been told, supposedly they are cooler weather crops. So perhaps we got a snap of heat, like the hot dog came and breathed hot air all up and over here, and I'm in zone 6A 6B type situation. No, yes, I think so. Check back for the next video. I'll pull up all the information. I'm in Jersey, and yeah, I had carrots from other carrots that we're going to talk about, but for some reason that one was not the best. And that was not, I don't believe that to be Renee's Gardens problem. That was definitely a Nay problem. Hi, I'm Nay. The next thing is M.I. Gardner Golden Detroit Beet. Now, all of the M.I. Gardners, I literally just got, so I just planted them. So I can't really speak too much on them, but I'm super excited about the Golden Detroit Beet. Some of my favorite garden channels, and they just love this beet. And I grew my first, and it's only this big. Yes, I harvested it early. Let me live, okay? I always feel like, you know, if you can give yourself little successes, you can pluck like a 1, 2, 3. I was eating those. We're going to talk about a carrot that was a success for me. Anyway, I'm super excited about the Golden Detroit Beet. I make a lot of juices every single week. I make several, I think like 12 juices like this big. My husband takes one to work and I drink one in the day, and sometimes I give one to my kids to split. And I do like blending the beets. I think it tastes really good. It's like this little bit of an earthy, sweet flavor, which I absolutely adore. But don't pay me any mind. I'm one of those adults who, as a child, used to eat dirt. You know what I mean? So it's just reminiscent for me. Moving on. I have Survival Garden Seeds here. This is the Tomato Heirloom Rainbow Mix. I'm going to keep it a buck with you and the Survival Garden Seeds. I only ordered, I think, 2 or 3 of them. And there was like 10 seeds in this pack here. It's the least amount of garden seeds that I've gotten in any pack that I've bought so far. Granted, like I said, I've only got like 42 seed packets here. But these are indeterminate varieties, produce large, meaty, flavorful tomatoes in a variety of colors. And I was super excited about this. I did not plant out all of these only because I got this only a couple weeks ago. So there are, Lord, guys, I'm being dramatic. There was maybe 15 seeds in here. I planted out 4 of them, and there's like 12 seeds in here. I don't know. I just feel like in this big ass look or something, it really could have been this big and then maybe smaller font to get everything on here, and it would still be very large. You know what I mean? I have some packets here that just had so many seeds in it, and I think because I bought this is one of the last seeds packets I bought, I just had something to compare it to. Does that make sense? So I'm not coming for Survival Garden Seeds. We're gonna see what the seeds do. They just sprouted, and I felt like they sprouted fairly quickly, and I did not spend buku money on like a heating pad or anything. I got some cheap ass grow lights off of Amazon. I got 1 pop out seed, 2, because I think it came as a 2-pack of the seed starting trays, and there's only like 3, I think it's like 9 tray, 2 of them, and you could pop them out with the little tray thing at the bottom. I jerry-rigged the thing to connect to my shelf. I have like a ladder shelf, and that's where I'm growing my seeds. And I turn them on before I go to bed at like 10 o'clock. Like 9, 10 o'clock at night, and I don't turn it off until 8 o'clock in the morning, and maybe 7 o'clock in the morning. And my seeds have been sprouting. I can't with the whole very like specific do this type of situation right now. So I'm kind of seeing what has to have really strict regimen, and what can kind of do what it do. So the next thing here is the Fairy Morse broccoli, the Waltham. I planted this out, guys, maybe 2-3 weeks ago. It is doing a little thing. Wait, did I plant this out? No, I'm lying. I didn't plant this one out. I planted out another broccoli. Don't quote me on this one. I think I saved this because I think this said this was frost tolerant. Hold on. Yeah, late season variety that will not head well in the hot weather. Just kidding. I'm saving this. This is not open yet. I'm saving this to plant out in the next couple weeks, I believe. I think this tells me to plant this out. Well, this is saying March, April. But I feel like I could plant this end of July. And by the time this goes ahead and starts getting ready to head, it will be cool enough to do something. Obviously, we'll see. We'll see what it do. but that's where I'm going with it. One thing that I've noticed as a very new gardener is summer is actually not the best time to be gardening. A lot of like the plants that at least I want to garden, you definitely need to do something in late winter. Start getting the stuff ready in your house to plant out early as heck spring, because you go from to, ooh, it's a little warm outside immediately, and it's crazy. And then a lot of plants is like, I don't like this heat, and I'm like, sis, what do you like then? What do you like? Anyway, the next thing I have is from the True Leaf Market. This is the black seeded Simpson lettuce. I'm going to show you this packet. I actually quite enjoy this packet. I think this is one of the most attractive packets I've received so far. I love that it's not like this white packet. Something about it just seems more natural, because I guess it's like this tannish color. It says Sustainable Seed Company. Reliable seed, responsibly sourced. I'ma just love the cartoon picture of like the pretty striped eggplant. Look on that pumpkin. I should try to grow some pumpkin. And is that look like the pepper, the hot pepper we use in the soup in Jamaica. They've got like all types of asparagus, some pretty flowers. I love this whole thing. Is just pretty. I grew this. This is one of the first things I feel like I planted as well. Guys, the Amonta seeds, and this sprouted so fast. The Amonta seeds in this paquetiasa is actually insane. I want to say I planted a little heavy because I was scared things weren't going to germinate, right? And then I had to thin it. Let me just show you a little peek into this little something. How much seed. Guys, I feel like for the next 4 years, I have enough seeds to feed my family of 5 and have some for family. I cut Girls Best in cool weather, and I grew this. Guys, this just stopped doing what it needed to do. I just pulled these lettuces out. You did a good job. You did your thing. You did your thing, and I'm gonna be growing some more. I could probably actually plant some in the next week for this fall, and then I think they say every 2 weeks, because my chickens were eating up the lettuce. I was eating up the lettuce. Yes, we have only a couple little chicken, nothing too mad, just something for produce a few eggs in the week, because the amount of eggs I go through, because I make a lot of my stuff from scratch, is insane. Oh, here it is. This is the broccoli that I have planted that has sprouted. This is the Burpees Broccoli Sun King Hybrid. This tasted broccoli has 6 to 8 inch heads and great leaf cover. Exceptional heat tolerance, which is why my behind planted this out. And this is container friendly. A lot of my stuff is in containers. Varying types of containers. Well, yeah, so I am excited. And I think I'm going to actually plant it. Now that just sprouted, I think I'm going to plant... I'm gonna try to, before transplanting, yeah, I'm gonna put these in my little what's it called, my little seed starting tray. I'll put a couple out more, because guys, I love broccoli, and one of my kids actually eats broccoli, and my husband obviously will eat anything I put in front of him for the most part. So next I have also from True Leaf Market is their Roman chamomile. I think I overcrowded it because I bought the chamomile seeds, and then for Mother's Day, my husband and my kids bought me a little tin of chamomile thing, and so I planted, I want to say I planted this out first, and then I planted that one, and yet I managed to harvest out the small little tin chamomile, and this still hasn't flowered. I feel like I might have overfilled the grow bag. I trying to grow these in grow bags because it's been over a month. Okay, when is Mother's Day? Yeah, that I planted it around that time, and it's the mid-July, and it's still, when is Mother's Day? May? Oh, hold on, 60 to 65 days. All right, I'm gonna give it another week or two. I just thought it was weird that one grew first. But there's a lot of green. There's just no flower coming up yet. So I don't know. I don't know, guys. Let me know if you know. I'm gonna keep it very real with you. Pennington, I don't know where Pennington is, and I do think it's a big brand or whatever, like a company. I've had nothing but success from Peas and Beans or whatever. I'll tell you which one, because I always get the two confused. But this is the organic pea, the dwarf gray sugar pod. First of all, this is one of the cutest little plants I've ever seen. These are so, I don't know, it gives like it should be in a fairy garden. And my first batch of, I'm about to tell y'all information that might not be true. No, I am in fact correct. Renee's Garden. I'll get to that one. That is just starting to like, it's looking not so green anymore. It's getting like, you know, yellowy and stuff. And so I feel like she's done her time, and I should, you know, let her move on to the next portion of the life, which is to rot down. I just kind of like pluck and drop. Guys, I know I should get a thingy to let them rot in, like a heat bin, whatever, to rot down and stuff. But I just pull and drop, and it's working so far. This is just awesome. This is grown, and it's so pretty and so little, and it's so, because I don't have the greenhouse cover over my polytunnel yet, I just used, you know, I feel like one of the most popular ways to make the polytunnels when you go get the what's it called? You guys know, like the big thing, and you have to get a truck, and it's basically like a trellis, and then you can bend it. There's a woman on here, when I tell you, one of the best channels I've ever seen in my life. I think she's got like health issues, and so she gets tired very easily and stuff, so she does everything in a way that is just so feasible for the average consumer to do, because it's not so strenuous, it's not taxing. If I find her, I'm gonna find her. There's no if. I am subscribed to her. I'm gonna just put her name down in the description box. I absolutely adore her channel, and I think she just grows a lot of things I hope to eventually grow. I made my polytunnel the way or not exactly, in the very, very similar fashion. You just have to get the greenhouse plastic to put over it, but it's still too warm, but it's coming. And anyway, I said all of that. I'm excited because these are about to start flowering, and I could have sworn I just planted these 3 weeks ago. What is the time for this? Cattle panel. That's it. It's a cattle panel that I used. Guys, I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know. Moving on. But they look like they're gonna, the peas are gonna be cute. Anyway, from Renee's Garden, I got the Alpine strawberries. They have produced not one strawberry, and I expected that, because when you go look up like the strawberries and stuff, they say like year 2, 3, and maybe even 4, it's like they're gonna produce strawberries. But what they have done is grown. They now look like miniature versions of the big strawberry, because I got bare root strawberries. I got like a 25 pack of them from somewhere. Am I gonna probably, and I only like, I want to say 18 of them, maybe 17 of them became useful, and that's perfectly fine, because I actually accidentally bought that many. Next here is the California Wonder Peppers from the Organic Burpee line. These were kind of a little pricey, but there's enough peppers in here, guys. Peppers. There's a heaping pepper seeds, and I planted out so many peppers, I'm not gonna even hold you. So I want to say there was about 50 seeds in. No, I could be wrong. I don't know. There's a lot of seeds in there. There's a lot, and it's just like the green. It looks like green and red pepper. So I think when you harvest it, you can harvest it first as a green pepper, and then you can you can leave it on there, and it'll turn red eventually. I believe. I could be wrong. Don't quote me. Then the next one is the M.I. Gardner Purple Hull Pea Bush Bean. Lord of mercy. I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited. Like I said, I just got my M.I. Gardner haul. I just planted it out. I'm super excited. I hope I planted it properly, because here's what happens. Here's my problem. I'm trying to get as much little something ota every little inch of my garden as possible, and I need to stop doing that before I mess something up. So it says plant spacing is 4 inches. And a lot of them from this MI Gardener said 4 to 6 inches. I planted everything 4 inches apart. Yes, 4 inches. Yes, yes. Now, was it 4 inches from the pot end? It's most definitely 4 inches this way. The other 2 ways, we're gonna see what happens, but I'm super excited. So you can eat them raw, which is how I'm probably gonna eat it, because I love purple. Purple things are just beautiful. Pink, green, purple, and red are some of the best colors in the world to me. Anyway, I absolutely adore the look of these. And like I said, I've just been having very good harvests and stuff with my bean plants and stuff that I've had before, and so I'm excited for them. But they do turn green when you cook them. Either way, it's fine. And then you can let them dry out, and then you can put them, I think it's soups and stews and stuff. And I'm also super excited for that. So I'm gonna do another planting of this, I think, in about 2 to 3 weeks, so that when they start harvesting, I just have an insane harvest for the cooler weather. I got here an unopened one from True Leaf Market for the lettuce, Butterhead Butter Crunch lettuce. Yeah, I'm excited. I had Butter Crunch I bought as like small plants, and they did exceptionally well as well. Lettuce, spinach, I like a lot of the leafy greens. I'm so glad I did that first, because they just immaculate. I'm just pulling them out, and I planted a lot of them right before Mother's Day or around and they just kept. I did the cut and come again method, which I didn't even know was a thing, but it is, and it's beautiful, and it's magical, and it deserves. So I haven't opened that yet because I was using the Butter Crunch here, and I give just a little bit of that because I heard it's not as nutritious for chicken, so I give just a little bit of that. Let me show you these carrots. Burpee Organics, they could never make me hate you. I'm gonna say it one time for the one time. Nantes half long carrots. This is one of the carrots, and there's another one as well. These are prolific, y'all. When I said, no, maybe that's not the proper word. I'm using the wrong garden term. Let me say, these are immaculate. I give the tops, like the green part on the top, to my chickens, and they eat that ish up like it's no tomorrow. And I have been harvesting them early. I'm so, like, when I tell you, if you need a crop that just gives you a little razzle dazzle, it doesn't look a ting quite rapidly, just grow you some dang carrots. And there's gotta be at least 100 seeds in here. I've planted out at least 40 carrots, maybe 30. And guys, I feel like I'm not doing it just, if I pour one out, I'm gonna cry. There's so many carrots in here, seeds. And I don't know, something is just something in here. So this is saying August to October to plant these out, and they're container friendly. They say 12 plants per 12-inch container. Okay, so essentially, I'm kind of doing the square foot garden method. I'm gonna show you what I found on Amazon. I love it. I got a lot of my stuff from Amazon. I know, but I'm impatient. So I bought a lot of my stuff, my gardening stuff, from Amazon, and I, do what I do. It is what it is. But those carrots they grow, and they do their thing, and then you can harvest them early, and you still get I was harvesting carrots like this long, and like they were like this thick, and I know they obviously look like they can get much bigger, but that's okay, because I know now I have patience. So this will be my 3rd or 4th round of growing carrots. I'll have much more patience to let them do their thing. Renee's Gardens heirloom container tomatoes, the Tasmanian chocolate. This is one of the cutest websites I've ever seen. I love their website. I love the packet too. I think their drawings of stuff on. I just like Renee's Garden. I believe it's woman owned. Excuse me if I just spit everywhere. I got a little too excited. Short Vine offer abundant mahogany red tomato with rich, delicious, well-balanced flavor. Let's talk about this. I am unsure what this is about to do. This just started giving me the flowers, and some of the tomatoes are growing. So we're gonna see. But as of right now, I'm impressed. And let me tell you real quick. I think this is the right plant, but Guys, it's starting to, one of my tomato plants, which is what I'm assuming it must have been this plant, is going a little dark. And when I told you I got so scared, it was rotting. I think it's just turning the chocolate color. And I need to chill out. These are the beets that I planted out. These were the first beets I've ever planted out. And these are the Dutch beets from Renee's garden, the baby ball beets. I'm about to eat one of these. How much did I harvest these? It's the beet is this big. For the life of me, at first, guys, I don't know what I was doing wrong. It was not like, what's the word? It was not blowing up. It was not swelling. I think that's the term. It was not swelling, and I could not understand what I did wrong. What was I doing wrong? And I got my first one that's finally swelled, and I have 5 or 6 beets that are swelling. Now, what I think might have happened is when you're first looking at videos, a lot of them tell you to pull out to leave a certain amount of space. But I think with beets, at least the beets that so far from me are growing, is when I leave them in their little cluster, they kind of like turn and start swelling in different directions. So I don't know if that's actually how you're supposed to do it. But they're growing, so I'm super excited. And because it says it's 55 days to harvest, and it wasn't doing anything. So after I stopped trying to thin them out, it's when it started to swell. Super excited. Super excited. And I like to blend my beets. And my gardener's rattlesnake pole bean. I'm so excited. I love that these are like little things. It's a similar fashion. I can eat them raw, but you can also cook them, and you can also let them dry out and to get the seeds. The Renee's lettuce container baby leaf spinach, the little heroes. This is the cut and come again. I think these are cut and come again. I'm pulling these out tomorrow. These came so fast. So it says days to harvest is 40 days. A lot of these seed packets give you amount of days, and I'm not gonna say they're lying, because I'm not a pro grower. But as a new grower, a lot of those days, you got to add an extra 20 days to it. She wasn't lying. Renee's not lying to you. This spinach comes so fast. Oh, it says quick growing. And it's delicious. And don't be grossed out, okay? I was eating it off the plant. And I gave a good amount of this to my chickens. And I'm not sure if it was the carrot tops, if it was the spinach tops, or the beet tops, or if it was a mixture of all three. But my chickens' shells have gotten a nice thickness, like firmness. Because at first they were so thin and like easy to like, you go, tee, and it just cracked. I think after giving them the greens, it was just doing its thing. Renee, This is one of the most prolific plants on God's green earth, on or whatever you believe in, excuse me. On this planet, this is one of the easiest plants to grow, and it's so prolific, right? Prolific means abundant. It's so abundant, and I'm just about to pull these out. I think this is another fact. It says day to harvest 54. I feel like this is 40 days. I think that burst of heat that I had, and I went and got a shade cloth, and I planted 2 plants of this. Guys, the two plants are I'm just pulling them out, and I got about 4 harvests of it. Now, it wasn't an insane amount, no, because there's only 2 plants. So so I do feel like a lot of these plants, it's 1 plant per person in your house. So if I had planted like 4 or 5, I would have been feeding us insane amounts. But they're great. I leave them in the fridge 3-4 days, and then I'll go cook them, and they're still fine. They're still fine. The bean, they grow so, from flower to freaking bean, it's insane. It's quite literally insane. You need a fast crop. You want a crop that makes you feel like you know what you're doing, even if you don't. Grow you some Contina bush bean French mascotte. Mascotte? I don't know. This is just beautiful. Beautiful. And I planted this in my green stalk. 1 in each thing. This is freaking insane. The French people knew what they were doing when they did this thing. This is insane. Insane. Love it. So And I didn't stake them. I didn't do anything. It just grew up and just hung over by itself in this like little hill. And then it just all these green leaves. And then next thing you know, I had a bunch of flowers. And next thing you know, I saw these little tiny, really skinny little things. And next thing you know, they're like this big. And I harvested a bunch like this. And then I let some grow out to like this. I think that's almost a little bit smaller. It's just better. And taste-wise for me. I put the Pennington organic onions, the evergreen bunching ones. Excuse me, they're not ready for me to cut and come again yet, but they're growing. This cauliflower has traumatized me. I don't think it's Renee's fault once again. I think the heat really just fudged everything up. Reliable early bearing variety. It says early bearing and I still don't have it. It says 60 days, guys, and I still don't have heads. I don't even have a fake head. I don't even have a pinch of a stalk of a head. I have only leaves. So I'm July to August. Okay, so I'm gonna replant this and pray, because I like cauliflower. You can do a lot with cauliflower. It just, that heat. I planted some marigolds, the burpee ones, fairy morse radish, the early scarlet globe. Let's talk about this early scarlet globe. Okay, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. I'm being very serious when I say this. 2 weeks ago, if that, I planted these out. It leafed out in like 3 days. And I have some that are like this big already. I hope I like the radishes. I mean, I eat a lot of Asian, like I've eaten a lot of Asian foods and stuff that, you know, they use their, is it radish or is it the other one? Is it Spanish food that has a radish on their tacos? Whatever the case may be, radishes are used in various different things. I'm scared, because isn't this the one that's a little crispy, crunchy, delicious? Yeah, what does delicious mean? I feel like there's something that I've eaten that has a little kick to it. I'm not a horseradish person, so I'm hoping I like this because it grows extremely fast, and I planted a sugar ton of them. I planted a lot of them. Oh my gosh, guys, we've been talking for a minute. I need some agua. They're growing so well. Did I give them enough space? I don't know, but they're growing so well for now. I planted in some onions. I know, I'm going to sound very uncultured, like I don't know anything, because I don't. But I did plant out some onions already. Yes, I know. Why did I do that? I do what I did. And we're going to just let that rock, because this said that February to April and August to September. I planted it out already. So we're going to see what happens with this. This is a short day variety, so right now they look okay. I planted only like 6 of them because there's not a ton of seeds in here. I'm lying. There's a ton of seeds in here. There's a ton of seeds in here. But I only planted out like 6 because I saw on here that it wasn't the right time. But I'm going to plant out like another 10 more of these in the proper timing, which is August to September. So in the next month or 2, I will plant these out, because I think they're supposed to go through a are they supposed to go through a frost? I know this takes a long time. I think this is like a 4, 5, 6, 7 month process. So I'm not even stressing them. But the things are upright. They're green. There's 2 of them now. I mean, we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? Like, you know, there's so many seeds. It's fine. The cut and come again lettuces, Renee's baby leaf blend. These also were prolific. I also fed these to my chickens. I got scared because the coloring was a little different, but look, I came back and I saw the package also has a different color, so it's fine. I planted out watermelon sugar baby from Fairy Morse. We'll see what happens. I planted out the mound, like it says, right? YouTube University. I planted out the mound and I got them, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 sprouted. I might have planted like 6 or 5 or 7. I didn't plant more than like 7 or so, and 4 of them sprouted. And what had happened was I got scared because there's other stuff in that. I built a raised bed like a raised bed, like it's like 4 feet high or whatever, because I didn't want anything to really go into the ground, because some of y'all have me scared of the slugs and all these imaginary bugs that I may not even have in my area, but I'm scared of them. So anyway, I said all that to say I moved 2 of the plants. Now, the 2 plants I left 2 plants together with like in 1 square foot each, to hopefully for that they'll grow in this direction. They're a nice size already, and I know they're gonna take a while, so I've already settled my school. I believe this is like another 100 plus there. This says 68 to 86 days. We're gonna see what happens. Why did I think this was 100 days? Anyway, I said all that to say it's growing quickly. Now the 2 I moved one to like I have a round raised thing, bucket thing. I moved one in there with I think a cauliflower plant or a broccoli plant and a pepper plant. So I'm probably gonna end up having to remove one of those plants out of there to let that watermelon grow in there, but it's by itself, and I don't know if it actually can grow by itself. And then there's another one in another raised bed, and those 2 that I moved are not as big as the 2 that I left alone, but they are still growing, so that's fine for me. And then I have the Renee's Garden tricolor circus carrots. Those grew not too shabby either. I have here I opened this, the blue Scotch curled kale from guys, Sustainable Seed Company. This is the True Leaf Market. This also grew pretty well. It didn't get very big, but it grew pretty well. I just pulled this out too. This is a lot of seeds is in this one. Then I have a couple from Burpee, the parsley, which grew well. The organic oregano, these are all the organic, and it came in as a pack. I didn't grow any dill, but I have that. The basil, I planted some out, and then I got some as plants, and they were insane. There's basil's basiling. I have red peppers that I dried myself from my plant. Chamomile seeds that I have in the little thing. The M.I. Gardner's Black Beauty eggplant. Guys, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. I'm excited, I should say, to plant this out. This is planting out today. Maybe tomorrow. It's darkness outside, so it's gonna plant out tomorrow. I like eggplant quite a lot. So Black Beauty seems to be a very popular eggplant variety that people are growing. So I'm excited, and I think it's gonna grow very well. M.I. Gardner is by far the most affordable small business or small farm. I don't know exactly. I know it's run by a small family. The Pennington, these are ones I haven't grown yet. I just got these today, so these will also be put out tomorrow. The Pennington organic cucumber, the Garden Sweet Burpless. I love cucumber. I'm not sure why I didn't try to grow the cucumber before. Oh, no. I know why. I got the squash, and it's like I confused squash and cucumber, but I was like, let me just see if I'll even eat this. And I ate one of the squashes, and I think it just put me off to the cucumber. And then I ended up buying organic cucumbers like a week ago, and I mauled through them and ended up going to buy more cucumbers. And then I bought more cucumbers, and I was like, why don't I just grow a plant? Because everyone acts like it's easy. If I hear one more person talk about the dinosaur kale, I just went and bought it. I'm probably still gonna buy it from M.I. Gardner because I love M.I. Gardner, and they have by far the most affordable shipping, hands down. And their seeds are the most affordable small business seeds, hands down. It might even just be the most affordable seeds, period, that I've ever seen. And I want to support them. And I've actually liked the channel as well. And I just think they're doing a lot of great things. But because this is right here at my local place, I just ran to go get it. Everyone is talking about this dinosaur kale. This better be some of the most delicious kale I've ever put in my mouth, because the gas this kale gets, and I've grown a couple kales, and I'm just pulling them out, and I like them. My chickens like them. This better be fantabulous. That's all me I have to say, is this better be fantabulous. Oh, I gotta get this into the ground tomorrow. This says June and July. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna get this out into my garden tomorrow. But everyone's talking about this dinosaur kale, and it has a... how many days? Pennington, How much days does this take for to get to the harvesting stage? I don't know, it doesn't say. But it says it can handle a hard frost, and yet you're telling me the last time I should grow this is in July? We don't really get, we'll see. And I have a polytunnel, so I might grow some outside of it to see what happens to it. And then the last one, if you've been here this whole time, please just hit that like button, okay? We're about to go through it together. This is the organic bok choy. Because if I hear one more person talk about bok choy, I must have eaten bok choy before. But I've never grown it and I've never cooked it in my own home. Bok choy is discussed in YouTube like blush is discussed. On the garden YouTube, like blush is discussed in the makeup YouTube. I feel like it's insane. A lot of people talk about bok choy. And this also has to July and August. So I'll plant out some tomorrow, and then I'll plant out some in 2-3 weeks from now, because I'm super excited about how small and perfect this looks. It says that it needs plant spacing of 12 inches. I'm going to try to plant this in 10-inch spaces and see what happens. This is only 45 to 50 days to maturity. And I wonder if I can just give it 40 days. You know what I mean? 35, 40. We'll see how I'm feeling. But yeah, so I'm going to plant that out and see what happens. I'm excited about that one too. And everything I have here says it's safe for bees, which why wouldn't it be? I don't know. I don't want to know. I like that everything here is, most of these things are heirloom. There's a couple hybrids. I'm not really afraid of hybrids per se. I'm just not at that level yet. But I'm super excited. Thank you so much for watching this whole video. Not a fuzz. Let me know some of the stuff you're growing. I'm falling down the tomato rabbit hole. So I'm probably going to shop at, I can't remember. There's a U.S. farm family that grows like, it has like 120 different tomato varieties, and that's what they do. And so I'm surveying. I'm super excited. I'm probably gonna order some of those too. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Even if it's only a portion of it that you watch, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. We're gonna go through my gardening journey together. Okay, now we go together. So anyway, hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.